Good day everyone and welcome to Exile News, the weekly show that brings you all the important news and informations on Path of Exile. And this is a great week, but first with the order of the news is the winners of the competition, of the talent competition of 2018, which is the first competition GGG did. And you can see the top 3 winner. First one is pretty amazing, second one is also really damn cool, it's not just one image, there's a lot of images, and third, it's incredible as well. It's pretty much a mini game and you can tell a lot of effort went into it, so definitely deserved wins. And there's a lot of top 15 winners and runners up that you can check out, and they are all pretty damn amazing, so definitely congratulations to all whoever participated, and definitely congratulations to the winners, which actually made incredible pieces of works. And early in the week, GGG also teased the new league after they finished the press tour, revealing that they would actually tell everything really soon. They left this phrase, "maybe I need a better net," and we'll see later why that was it. But first, a little bit of an hideout showcase, which it's been a while since we had the last one, and you can tell this one is absolutely incredible. You can check the images here, it's absolutely amazing, and there's a lot of other interesting hideouts. If this is your thing, definitely check this thread out, because it is incredible how some people are able to create very interesting places out of the very common and well-known places that we get for hideouts and that we see every single league. So very interesting stuff. But the big news this week is definitely the reveal of the Bestiary League, which is going to be the next league. You can see this is the countdown. Yeah, it's in my time zone, but yours is not going to be very different anyway. You can go on the site, the countdown is pretty much anywhere on the site, so just go there and you will be able to see when the new leagues start. There's also a trailer in here, we're not gonna watch it, but it's pretty nice. We're gonna see all of the things though. So first off, we'll get Einar Frey, which is a new character pretty much, and he's a hunter, and he will teach you how to hunt. It's not clear if it's going to be quests like Tora or Navali maybe, but you'll be able to capture beasts and you will be able then to sacrifice those beasts in order to craft powerful items. So that's why a lot of people are calling it the Pokemon League, because you gotta capture them all pretty much, but it's not really something that I like to call it, so let's say it's not that. And you can see this is a trap trying to capture an Ursa, and from the videos you can see that sometimes the monster doesn't get captured right away and it gets into a rage after it freezes for the first time. So there's definitely going to be really strong encounters and really hard encounters, and well, looks like it's going to be pretty interesting. Also, some people are starting to think that off-screening everything and just killing everything before you can even see it might actually be bad for this league, because you'll never be able to capture something if you don't even see it because you've killed it from off-screen. But we'll have to see how that goes. Maybe there are special monsters and they have more life. The details are still not clear because GGG didn't really reveal too much of the actual mechanics. And you can see this is the Bestiary, and you can see you can have up to 5 of the same creatures. And well, there's definitely going to be challenges about this, like capture every single thing into the game or something like that, and well, you'll have to recapture them if you use them for crafting stuff. So I mean, it's definitely going to take a lot of time, and it's definitely going to be good for those players who actually play 1000 hours, but for normal people this is going to be, I don't know, mediocre, I think. Also, if you have to redo it every single league, it's probably going to be a chore, a massive chore, but we'll see how that goes. I'm sure GGG will find a way to actually make it better. And you'll also have access to your menagerie, which is a kind of a new area. I feel like it's going to be a new hideout style, or a new part of the hideouts anyway. And As you can see, you will be able to see all of the stuff you've captured so far, which looks pretty damn cool. It also feels like there's a couple of menagerie styles, so we'll see how that goes. Also, as we said, you will be able to actually craft items with the beast you've captured. So as you can see on the right here, you can, for example, create an item with 1 white socket using 3 whatever this species is. It's probably like a generic demon or something like that, and then crafting an item with 2 white sockets will have you get specific monsters and more of those. So that's definitely hard, or harder than the 1 white socket, which makes sense, of course. It's cool to have a superior granite flask and actually useful stuff that maybe even normal players will be able to access to, so that this crafting is going to be pretty useful, just like how basic master crafting is useful for most players. Also, there's going to be spirit beasts, so if you are able to craft, or beast craft as they say, a portal to the spirit lands, you will be able to face one of the 4 spirit beasts, which are kind of the top of these league monsters. And for the first time, GGG has introduced sets. So item sets is something that GGG always evaded, because it's kind of a problem. It funnels you either into using all of the set or using none of the set. So it's a very black and white choice. And as you can see, this set is focused on crab barriers. So this one gives aspect of the crab and increases the number of crab barriers. This one also increase number of crab barriers and increase damage based on crab barriers. This one as well. I mean, it works everything on crab barriers. Although GG said that you'll probably be able to take these mods and craft it on normal items. Not sure how that works yet, but it's something that it's up there. Maybe it's gonna happen, maybe not. We'll see when that league goes live. But still, it feels like sets are already really strong. Of course, GG has made them drop from the top bosses, so definitely it's not going to be common. But we'll have to see how strong those are. These look really strong. Also, the helmet is mixed armor and energy shield, while the other are full armor. So it's going to be actually easier to put in your off-color gems in here, which I feel is a bit of help. A bit of too much help, maybe. Well, we'll see how that goes. Also, very sponsored by many sites, but not really that interesting in my opinion, is the Uber Elder, which is pretty much a new fight where the Elder has corrupted the Shaper, and you'll end up fighting both of them at the same time in a new encounter, which is exactly like the previous ones, just harder. So if you are probably the top 1% of the population, you will actually get to this. If not, you won't care, just like I don't. But anyway, there's also all of the sentencing classes that have been revamped, and this is pretty interesting. You can see the Chieftain and the Berserker over here. Those are the 2 that have been revealed for now, but of course the others will come soon. Hopefully sooner rather than later, because people actually need to theorycraft. Because there are 3 new active skill gems, which is amazing. Spectral Shield Throw is the first one. You can see in the image, you pretty much throw your shield, and when it gets to the end of the path, it explodes into something like 8 shards at level 1, which is pretty interesting. You will never be able to throw more than 1 shield, so you cannot multi-projectile the shield, but the shards themselves will actually increase in number if you get multi-proj on those. Also, it scales on the armor or evasion of the shield as far as damage goes, and it scales on crit if you have energy shield on the shield. So it's definitely a very interesting skill, and it's definitely going to be a theory crafted to death and played a lot early in the league. Also, there's a summon phantasm on kill, so if you kill, you have a 50% chance to summon a phantasm, which uses ranged attacks and looks pretty strong, at least from the few videos that we got, but that was an early version of the summon phantasm, so it's still all to see how that goes. Third unannounced so gem is Tectonic Strike, which I guess GGG is still balancing, and that's why they're not putting it out here. There's also new fated uniques, so for example the unpronounceable Jagged Mole, which is the upgrade of Kechali, looks pretty strong. And there also was a time when GGG actually had bad uniques just to justify the fact that some were bad, so others should have been good, and there were the good uniques. Now, even shitty uniques like Fox Shade can upgrade into something like this, with a lot of evasion, move speed, enemies are unlucky when damaging you, even more evasion, fizz damage, so I mean, it feels like everything has to be powerful now, which I don't know about that. And speaking about powerful, you can see something like this Elder Orb, upgrading any map on the Atlas to tier 16, just funneling players into one single map and the end game. Of course, this is for top tier players. And well, if you feel like dropping some monies to GGG, there are two new supporter packs, both for 30 and an upgradable version for $60, so definitely check those out if you have the time and the resources. One last thing, we got, as usual, the coverage from many journalists, and I have to say the lack of videos into this and the very short articles for all of those looked pretty bad. I don't know, every single time GG does an update, it feels like very few people are actually able to give the news in a decent way at least, or something that makes hype. It feels like all of this just consider Path of Exile like another game, which is fine of course, but they maybe don't realize how big PoE is getting over the time, and the fact that they should give them, or give it, a little bit more interest and informations when actually speaking about those news. But maybe that's just me and I'm salty about the game I like, not sure about that. But anyway, that was all for this week, so if you enjoyed the video, leave a like and a comment down below. Also, if you want to remain updated every week, be sure to subscribe to my channel. So that was all, I've been your host Giorgio, and I'll see you guys the next time.